Hey everyone, welcome to In the Beyond. Today I'm back with another timeless pick a card reading, and today I'm going to be channeling a message from your inner child. So what does your inner child need you to know today? We have 3 piles to choose from. We have the Four of Pentacles with pile number 1 and this clear calcite crystal. For pile number 2, we have the King of Wands and this rainbow bismuth crystal. And for pile number 3, we have the Six of Wands and this rose quartz tower. So take all the time you need to see which crystal and which card is really calling to you. And that is going to be the pile that has a message for you today from your inner child. So pause the video if you need to take more time to meditate and really tune into your intuition. I will see you at your timestamp, which is below in the description box. And yeah, let's get into this reading. Let's see what's in the cards and let's go in the beyond. Hey pile 1, if you guys were drawn to the clear calcite crystal, as well as the Four of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what your inner child wants you guys to know today. What is the message from pile 1's inner child? Pile 1, message from the inner child of pile 1. So to start out, we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Chariot, Judgment, and Page of Swords. This is beautiful. Your inner child is really wanting to talk about your success in your life right now, your success in your adult life, your financial abundance, ways to increase your abundance if you're not satisfied with it at this time. But they are speaking about our financial stability, our feelings of safety in the world. Your inner child is wanting to talk about, I think, your journey to increase your finances and to increase maybe your success at your job, your career. I see a lot of you might be self-employed. We have 2 cards kind of depicting scholars, academics, and maybe you resonate with being like a writer or an author in some way. Your inner child is just talking about, I think, the long road you've had to find success and to find maybe financial stability, and things of that nature. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the King of Pentacles, and I think this is what your inner child wants to highlight. They want you to see yourself as somebody who is this independent, financially wealthy individual. Your inner child wants you to be that king or queen of your domain and of your life. So perhaps in the past you grew up around disempowering beliefs about finances, perhaps. Maybe your family wasn't the most financially successful, and maybe they gave you some limiting beliefs subconsciously around money, around scarcity, abundance, things like that. People might have told you you have to work twice as hard just to get ahead in this life. People might have told you you'll never amount to anything, you don't have the talent. There could be a lot of self-doubt, self-criticism that you have experienced as a child. So these cards are coming out to support you in your journey to find wealth and success and to find mental clarity and to release any limiting beliefs around scarcity, around lack, and around what you are capable of. We do have judgment, and I feel like your inner child wants to talk about you following your calling and you realizing like you are limitless in this lifetime. You can create any life you desire. You can create beautiful circumstances of freedom, of financial freedom. You can be creative. You can make a living as a creative. Maybe people told you, you know, like you'll always be a starving artist, things like that. I think you've had to overcome limiting beliefs like that. I think you've been on a journey like that, and I think your inner child is wanting to talk about that journey, and they really want you to step into your power so you can become this King of Pentacles energy. You could become financially independent, financially free. You can be self-employed, and you can live the lifestyle you've always wanted to live. Let's pull a few more cards to get a deeper message. Group 1, a message from Group 1's inner child. A message from the inner child of Group 1, please, Spirit. Group 1, a message from the inner child of Group 1. We have the Magician with Sunflower. Yes, your inner child wants you guys to alchemize any limiting beliefs that you might have witnessed as a child. You know, like we were talking about, maybe your parents had to work really hard. Maybe they were living paycheck to paycheck, and, you know, they had that scarcity mindset of, you know, this is just how things are. Things are always going to be hard. You know, we'll never be able to have financial freedom. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm picking up from the cards right now. It could be, you know, that lack mentality around money. It could be that lack mentality around, you know, living a life that you want to live. Like, maybe, you know, you saw your parents and other family members like at dead-end jobs that they hated, and your child got this message like, you have to work at a job you hate. Like, that's what being an adult is. And your inner child wants you guys to alchemize that. They want you to realize that's not true. We can rewrite our stories. We can overcome limiting beliefs like that. You are capable of creating an independent, free life, however you choose to do that. Like, if you've always wanted to be an artist, you have the magic inside of you to, you know, be financially independent from your art, from your creative endeavors, from your writing, from whatever it is that lights you guys up. Follow your passion, follow your bliss. This is really about you guys finding your inner power and inner strength to really create the life that you want. I'm getting a lot of solar plexus chakra energy here. Really using your will, your power inside of you to like go for it. Create the life you want. Move in the direction you want. Be an artist, an author. Follow your calling. Have a happy life that is financially independent. We have the Four of Earth here again showing up in the reading. Four of Earth is also Four of Pentacles. So yeah, Four of Pentacles is really about preserving energy, saving up our energy. It's about, it has connections to home, it has connections to ancestors, the past, the ancients. So yeah, I am getting that intergenerational mentalities around lack, or just mentalities around you have to have a real job in the real world kind of vibes here. When, you know, that's not how it is anymore. You can be a creative, you can make money on TikTok, you can make money online in so many different ways in our modern time. You can be an author, you can have a vlog, you can make videos about really like whatever you're passionate about, and you can create a following online that you are able to manifest financial freedom and stability from. So really it's a lot about our foundational beliefs around our safety, our finances. That's the kind of energy that your inner child really wants you guys to re-examine, re-look at, rethink, rewire those beliefs that might be, you know, passed down from the adults you grew up around. We also have 2 of air with chicory. Yeah, this is a beautiful energy. Chicory is a beautiful flower. There's beautiful butterflies, if you can see that. This is really supporting you in your transformation, and this is giving me another synchronistic message. Like, this is very much intergenerational around finances and lack. Maybe you come from a family that's very academic, very scientific, very, you know, linear thinking, and you are somebody who is an artist and always has been thinking and using like your you know, your creative thinking, your creative problem solving skills. You never fit into academia, you never really maybe excelled in academia perhaps. You were always that creative person, and you kind of are shaking things up in your family because of that. And so maybe you kind of have limiting beliefs around who you are, your self-worth, what you are capable of, and what you are capable of earning financially in this life. Your inner child really wants you guys to start rethinking all of that. And yeah, we have the strength card here with garlic. I see you guys are very resilient. You have a lot of inner strength. You've been on this journey. You've survived hardships. You definitely maybe have survived some financial hardships in the past. Maybe you did kind of grow up in a very limited a place of limited financial means as a child, and now you are kind of working really hard to rewire your thinking around finances, and you know, using your manifestations and, you know, the law of attraction and things like that to kind of change your views around money and how money comes to you. And actually, you know, like, we can change our thinking to the place where money can come to us easily. It doesn't have to be something that we fight, you know, tooth and nail just to earn a little bit of. I think you're kind of rethinking all of your beliefs around money and how you can easily create financial abundance for yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna pull a few more oracle cards to get some last messages for you guys. Message from the inner child of pile 1, please, Spirit. Pile 1. Message from the inner child of pile 1. Stone people knowing. Ooh, death. Transmigration. This is beautiful. Yeah, I think you guys really need to work on releasing any limiting beliefs that your inner child might have. Definitely release and you know, go through that process of releasing. Tend to ourselves, tend to what we need. Work on our self-care as you support yourself through this releasing phase. As you support yourself, definitely go through the emotional steps and the process that you personally need to go through for this releasing to happen. You might come up against feelings of grief. You might come up against feelings of, you know, past lack, and that might bring up a lot as well. So definitely just support yourself through that. I see you guys, the energy here, there's so much energy for transmutation to support you guys right now on your journey. You're very supported by the ancestors, and definitely move slowly through this. Definitely work on the release, because yeah, it's all about releasing these limiting beliefs and changing them and going forward in the future and having a different mindset. So yeah, really working to work on your subconscious mind and the patterns and the wiring in our thought patterns and things like that, really transmuting it, really working to transform that. That's what your inner child wants you guys to know today. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I love doing these readings. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below letting me know how this resonated with you. I truly love to read the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings. Hey pile 2, if you guys were drawn to the Rainbow Bismuth as well as the King of Wands card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what your inner child wants you guys to know today. Messages from the inner child of pile 2. What does pile 2 need to know from their inner child? Messages from the inner child of pile 2. We have 6 of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Magician, ooh, 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups. A very interesting energy here. Right away I am drawn to the very colorful energy in these cards. We have a lot of rainbow energy. You were very drawn to the bismuth, rainbow bismuth here. And in this card, I'm just getting feelings of creativity, you know, a very colorful, vibrant life. I think your inner child is very curious. I think you're very connected to your inner child because we also have the 6 of Cups here. This is a card of, you know, happy memories from childhood, that innocent childlike energy, very playful, very creative. I think you are very tapped into your inner child energy. You seem very creative. We have the Magician card here. Lots of good energy here from your inner child. I think the message is around your creativity and you as the Magician energy. I think your inner child wants to come in and support you through your creativity and through expressing all of the vibrant aspects of who you are, expressing your unique individuality. So yeah, let's pull some more cards to get a deeper message here. Pile 2, messages from the inner child of pile 2, please, Spirit. Messages from the inner child of pile 2. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, look at this beautiful card. This card is all about our inner child. Like, we have a stuffy on the table, we have divination, we have a child playing with costume jewelry, playing with these beautiful poppy flowers. Your inner child wants to speak about your vibrant, creative nature and the innocence that you still hold today. You could be very engaged in the creative process and very creative projects, or this is just like part of you that wants to be expressed more. If you feel like maybe things have gotten stagnant, you're not having that vibrant, exuberant life that you wish you could have. So a few different messages, take it at how it resonates for you. But yeah, let's get into these next cards. We also have, yeah, 3 of Earth with raspberry. So a very deep sweetness. Your inner child is wanting to talk about your sweet, innocent nature, and maybe bringing more vibrant experiences and colorful energy back into your life if you felt like you've been lacking that. Ooh, we have the Hermit card. Okay. The Two of Water, beautiful. And Pomegranate with 9 of Air. So yeah, with the Mallow card, 2 of Water here, and also with the Pomegranate card, your inner child is potentially speaking about soothing old wounds, soothing parts of yourself that you feel are maybe like dry, brittle, or just wounded. Your inner child really wants to help you through healing any grief, if that's something you have experienced. Potentially, maybe there was a loss in childhood that maybe you never fully alchemized and fully metabolized. Or perhaps recently there was a grief or a loss, and that grief and loss ever since that, you have maybe retreated in solitude potentially, and maybe your life has kind of lacked that vibrant, playful, creative energy. That is one message that I'm seeing here in the cards. The other message that is different and is maybe for other people in this pile, there is a message here with the Hermit card coming through, because we have Hermit under the Page of Swords next to the Magician. So this is letting me know that your inner child is potentially calling you guys into a more magic, mystical life, one of more, vibrant wonder, creativity. And by this, I'm kind of channeling more of that magician energy, more of that like using your will and intentions for your manifestations, maybe doing ritual work if that resonates with you, doing spell work, doing a lot more to manifest the life that you want to live in a more mystical way, like with maybe law of attraction, or like I said, spell work or divination, or learning about your birth chart and learning about astrology on a really deeper level. We do have the Hermit card under Page of Swords, and so this is letting me know that your inner child might be calling you guys to fill your life with a little bit of study, and that study is kind of in the lines of the more magical and mystical. So that's a different message that's coming out. Take the messages that resonate with you. They might not all be for you, because we do have, the collective here. So yeah, let's pull some more oracle cards for you guys. I'd love to get some deeper information. What does pile 2's inner child want them to know at this time? Messages from the inner child of group 2. Oh, we have stone people with knowing. Very interesting. Messages from the inner child of group 2, please. Ooh, beautiful. Endurance, 4-legged, and stone people knowing. This is giving me deep energy. Very connected to the deep creative forces on Mother Earth, very connected to the ancestors, the spirit guide, like your spirit guides, your ancestors, your animal guides. And I did see at the bottom of the deck we have Upper World with Future, and this card, it always makes me think of like a birth chart, because this is the zodiac wheel, and if you've ever looked at your birth chart, or just like the daily astrology, this is like kind of what it looks like. So yeah, I just really feel like your inner child is sending you guys on kind of a new adventure where you're diving deep into the mystical. And I see you very connected with earth energy, like we were talking about, very connected to creative forces. I think maybe a lot of you guys in this pile are creatives. I think you have the potential to work with animal spirit guides, work with ancestors deeper, or just, you know, start a new spiritual path, whatever really resonates with you. Yeah, I just feel a lot of that deep creative energy here. And these cards are just all really beautiful and just really resonating. Really strong. I'm gonna pull a few more oracle cards to get any more messages here for you guys. Group 2. I think your inner child really wants you to connect to your intuition. I kind of see you guys as children. I think you as a child were very mystical. You kind of had that high priestess energy. You had that connection to spirit as a child, and perhaps your inner child is longing for that connection again. If you've maybe felt like as an adult it was a little harder to tap into, I think your inner child is kind of like nudging you guys on a more spiritual path to connect to, you know, guides from childhood, or just like energies that resonated with you from when you were younger. And also, like I said, I think your inner child is nudging you to kind of go on new adventures, be curious, do new things, kind of light your creative fire again, add more vibrancy and color to your world again, if that's something that you've maybe been neglecting a little bit. Ooh, we have the Penguin card. Diamond light activation. Light activations and new energies are coming your way. Be open to receive and welcome them in. Yeah, this is giving me the mystical energy. This is giving me like new spiritual energies and new paths into mysticism are almost going to be like knocking on your door. And your inner child like wants you to be receptive to that, to be open to that, and just kind of like allow whatever happens to happen. Try to approach things from like a non-judgmental way, or don't really have preconceived notions about certain things. So like try to maybe do spell work or do any rituals that you really feel called to do and that really resonate with you. We also have Flamingo Unity Heart. You're being called to work on collective healing. Yeah, so this is giving me the energy that I was feeling from the Two of Water and the Pomegranate. So if you have been feeling like you went through a period of grief and you do have some wounds that want to be soothed, your inner child is also talking about that. And just realize and like know, you know, your healing work is going to ripple out into the collective by you focusing on your journey, by you focusing on this healing work for yourself. You will be able to heal others, and your healing will be rippling out to the past, the present, the future, to really just the collective. So yeah, that's really what I'm seeing for you guys. Group 2. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below letting me know how this resonated with you. I always love to read the comments, and I always really enjoy doing these readings, and I just want to thank you guys so much for being here today, and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings. Hey Pile 3, if you guys were drawn to the Rose Quartz Tower, as well as the Six of Wands, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what your inner child wants you guys to know today. What is the message from your inner child? So Pile 3, messages from the inner child of Pile 3. messages from pile 3's inner child, please. Your inner child really wants you to celebrate your success. Yeah, definitely celebrating success, because we do have 6 of Wands, and that's a card of like victory, celebration. What else do we have here? We have the King of Swords. Ooh, the 8 of Wands, beautiful. The 3 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Panda. Ooh. Yeah, your inner child is talking about seeing things from a new way, celebrating where you are at your journey. And honestly, this is like a big celebrating you energy, celebrating your success energy, pumping yourself up, being your own cheerleader. Maybe spending more time with friends who really light you up and support you. Your inner child really wants you to feel like you're supported, like it's okay to be seen and celebrated. Maybe you haven't given yourself the recognition that you deserve for your achievements here with King of Swords. Maybe you have gotten like a big promotion at work, or you know, you've kind of leveled up in some way in your life, whether that's home life, career, family. I just see you guys taking big steps in directions of success, and I feel like your inner child wants to congratulate you and wants you to see you in a way where, you know, you recognize yourself for all of your hard work. You have your back. You're your own cheerleader. You are your own best friend. I see a lot of good things for you guys. I think a lot of things have been taking off with 8 of Wands. Like I said, whether that's the career that you are working in, you know, I'm getting that energy of like, maybe you've gotten a new job where, you know, you are the head of a company, or you are a leader in some way. Maybe you've gotten a promotion to be in a leadership position. Maybe your family life is starting to be more abundant and your family is growing, and you want to be celebrated for that, and like you want to just congratulate yourself for all of your hard work and all the steps that you've taken to achieve these things that you have achieved. Your inner child just really wants to celebrate you and wants you to celebrate you. So maybe you are a very humble person and you don't often, you know, toot your own horn or congratulate yourself, but your inner child is here to kind of like nudge you in the direction of, you know, giving yourself a celebration, or just like feeling really happy and proud of the things that you've accomplished. So in whatever way, you know, feels right for you, maybe doing something special for yourself. You know, this won't be for everyone, but you know, like maybe having a gathering of your friends to celebrate a certain milestone that you've achieved. You know, having a little party or just a little gathering to, you know, commemorate something, to celebrate your achievements. I think that would be really rewarding for you, and your inner child is kind of nudging in that direction. Let's pull a few more cards to get a deeper message. Pile 3, deeper message from the inner child of pile 3. Deeper message from the inner child of pile 3. Yeah, you might be one of those people who is, you know, you might have a lot of Capricorn energy in your chart. You might have a lot of Saturn energy in your chart. You might have had to work really hard in certain aspects of life, and you've just kind of like grown accustomed to that as like, you you know, life requires hard work. It requires taking calculated steps to success. And maybe you've reached, you know, the metaphorical mountaintop. And you've kind of overlooked celebrating that. You've overlooked celebrating yourself and all of the hard work that you have done to get there. And your inner child is like, hey, look at all the hard work we've done. Let's like take a moment to pause and celebrate and reflect and share this with other people. And yeah, just like have a party, be happy, commemorate our hard work. Like that's the energy that your inner child is really coming through today. And we have the Three of Water here, and this is all about literally a gathering of friends, a gathering of like, look at this beautiful tea party here. This is just the energy that your inner child really wants you guys to embrace, is like this childlike, playful energy of gathering with our closest friends and having a beautiful celebration with some simple cups of tea and dessert, and just like really just talking and sharing ourselves, sharing our energy, being in that emotionally warm space of comfort and friendship here. We also have, the Curandera of Air, Rosemary. The Four of Water with Mint. I love that card. Eight of Fire with Ginger. Yeah, definitely. Linden here. Ooh, and the Moon with Datura. So yeah, very interesting energy coming out. This is kind of like what I was just kind of talking about. With Rosemary here, this is representing a more, Saturn energy. The sickle is very associated with Saturn. I think you might have a lot of Saturn energy in your birth chart. You might have a Capricorn North Node. You might have, Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, or just a lot of placements in Capricorn, because I see you guys having to work really hard in different aspects of your life. So for some of you, that's like you had to work really hard to be financially independent. You had a lot of responsibilities maybe at a young age. This could also be talking about like your emotional world was very challenging and you've had to overcome a lot of grief and heartache. Something about, working really hard, having that elder energy, always asking you to work hard. And we also have Four of Water here, and this card really speaks about like soothing our grief. Maybe you've experienced loss and heartache at a young age. Maybe you've had to climb, metaphorical mountaintops through your grief. Maybe you've lost people that have been really close to you, and that's why it might be extra hard for you to even think about gathering with a group of friends, because, grief can do that. It can make us feel like we want to isolate, and like gathering with people is really hard. We also have the Eight of Wands twice in this reading. It's coming out here and here. So I feel like that's letting me know that there is a lot of this fast moving energy in a new direction for you guys. If you do want to, maybe open your heart up after grief, start to gather with friends again, I think that's going to kind of be a burst of wind in a new direction for you guys. And yeah, we also have the Daughter of Earth here with Linden. Like I said, this is kind of giving me the same energy of like you having to work hard in your youth. So maybe as a child, you didn't get to have these tea parties with your friends. Maybe your childhood was very focused on responsibilities and work, and you kind of maybe felt like you missed out on, fun birthday parties and fun, childlike, carefree energy. So your inner child is coming out today to talk about your inner child wants that, that playful, carefree, fun gatherings and fun time with friends and all of that beautiful energy. And with this moon card, I almost am seeing this blossom as kind of like representing you. You might have felt like a late bloomer. We have all these stages of bloom and growth here. You might have felt like maybe you've had to hide your light or dim your light in some way through these hardships that you've had to endure. And your inner child is wanting you guys to recognize yourself and all the hard work that you've done. And yeah, maybe you are a late bloomer, or maybe you've, risen through hardships. And your inner child wants you to feel like this full blooming flower right here in the middle. Your inner child really wants to celebrate you and celebrate your success, and for you to just feel open and radiant and allow love to come into your heart again if that's something that you felt like was like you were missing. So yeah, let's pull a few more oracle cards for you guys. Messages from Pile 3's inner child, please. Messages from Pile 3's inner child. Birth renewal. Beautiful. Crack open your heart if you felt like maybe it's been closed off for a little while. Move in that new direction. Yeah, almost have like a new beginning if that's something as well, like you feel like really resonates with you. This is giving me the 8 of Wands energy like we were talking about. There's new energy for you guys to step into, to follow in this new direction of being more open to community and friendships and, celebrating yourself. That's kind of what that card is symbolizing. We also have four-legged with endurance. Wow, this card came out in the last pile too. This is beautiful. This is giving me the energy like you've had to endure. You have been working really hard. You have been, completing a marathon in some aspect. Like we were talking about all the Capricorn energy. I think you've been climbing a mountain metaphorically. Like you have been putting in the work. And your inner child is kind of wanting to talk about celebrating that, taking that moment to pause, to rest, to reflect on how far you've come, and to really celebrate yourself. Have a ritual moment of like celebrating this milestone of you reaching the top of the mountain. Because once you do that, like let's say you celebrate yourself in whatever way feels comfortable. For example, you have, a party with your closest friends and you have the intention of celebrating a success or, just celebrating a closing of a cycle or even a chapter. That is gonna like signal to yourself and your subconscious and the universe. That's gonna signal that you are ready for a new beginning. You're ready for a new chapter. You've commemorated an ending or you've commemorated a success and you're ready for the new thing. You're ready for a new project or a new successful endeavor, or you're ready to close a chapter that was maybe filled with more heartache. You're ready to release your grief and start in a new direction. So yeah, that's really what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile 3, thank you all so much for joining me today. I just absolutely love doing these readings and I would love to read the comments. Please leave me a comment if this resonated with you. Also, please like and subscribe if you did like this reading. Thank you guys just so much for joining me today, and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings.